Hi, sweetheart. Grandpa Birch here. Are you ready for another story time? All right, I've got one here today. It is Hooray for Halloween with Curious George. It's written by Margaret and H.A. Rays. Hooray for Halloween with Curious George. All right. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George and his friend, the man with the yellow hat, were on their way to the party at Mrs. Gray's house. George could not wait. He liked parties and was looking forward to seeing Mrs. Gray. But when the door opened, George did not see Mrs. Gray at all. He saw a witch. Oh my! Don't be afraid, George, said the man with the yellow hat. This witch is our friend. The witch took off her mask, and it was Mrs. Gray after all. Oh dear, she said. Did I forget to tell you this was my costume party? Oh my. George had never been to a costume party before. Inside, he saw more people that he knew. They were all wearing costumes. There was his friend Betsy, dressed up like an astronaut. And was that Bill? Why, he looked just like a mummy. George wanted to wear a costume too. I have some dress-up clothes upstairs, said Mrs. Gray. Would you like to use them to make your costume, George? What are you going to wear for Halloween? Mrs. Gray took George to a room with a big trunk filled with clothes. Borrow anything you like, George, she said. I have just the thing for your friend downstairs. George tried on lots of costumes. The first was too big. The next was too small. Another one was too silly. And this one was too scary. At last, George found a costume that was just right. George was a rodeo cowboy. He wore a vest and pants with fringe. Fringe is the stuff on the outside. He even had a lasso and a hat. If only George could see himself in the mirror. George was curious. Could he see himself if he stood on the bed? No, he needed to jump higher. George bounced on the bed just a little, but still he couldn't see. He bumped a little more, and a little more. Well, it looks like he's having fun. Soon, George was having so much fun, he forgot about looking in the mirror. He bounced as high as he could until... Looks like he went off to the side. Crash! George bounced off the bed. He smashed into a night table and got tangled up in the tablecloth. Suddenly, everything went dark. George heard the people downstairs gasp. What was that? Was that a ghost? A ghost? George did not want to meet up with a ghost alone. He dashed out of the room and down the hall. He wanted to get back to his friend in a hurry, and he knew the fastest way. the fastest way? He hopped onto the stair rail and slid, whoosh, whoosh, down the stairs. "It's a ghost!" someone screamed. Everyone turned and they looked scared, and they were looking at George. The ghost must be right behind him. Oh no! Remember, he's wrapped up in a tablecloth and whooshing down the stair rail. George flew off the rail and landed, plop, in the arms with the farmer. But this wasn't really a farmer. It was his friend, the man with the yellow hat. Soon everyone stopped looking scared and started to laugh. "That's not a ghost. That's a cowboy," laughed a policeman. "That's not a cowboy. That's a monkey," giggled a princess. "That's not just any monkey," said Betsy. "It's Curious George." Everyone clapped and cheered. They liked George's Halloween trick. Oh, he turned from a ghost to a rodeo star to just Curious George. "You gave us a good scare, George," said Mrs. Gray. "And I'm glad to see you found some interesting costumes. Now, why don't you take your ghost outfit so you can join the party?" After the guests bobbed for apples, lit jack-o'-lanterns, and played some party games, prizes for the best costumes were handed out. I've never bobbed for an apple. Maybe I'll try someday. Have you bobbed for apples? There was one prize for Betsy and one for Bill and two for Curious George. "You were the best ghost and the best cowboy, George," said Mrs. Gray. Look at their prizes. They're jack-in-the-boxes with spooky tinge. Everyone had a good time at the party, especially George. Too soon it was time to say goodbye. "Good night, George. Happy Halloween." And that's the end of the book. Hooray for Halloween with Curious George. All right, what'd you think of this story? Bye for now. And remember, Grandpa loves you.